Hi, everybody. Welcome to Sew What Pro and a quick Sew What Pro tutorial. I'm Eve with the Baby's Booty. Today, I decided we're going to go live with this because so many of you guys had a question about stacking a name on my binky leashes. So, what better way to have some fun with that than to go live? Awesome. So, being that I'm live, you may hear some noise in the background, the dogs barking. I have my windows open. It's a beautiful day. So keep that in mind. Please forgive all of the noise because I really wanted to do live this time. So no editing. Yay, you get to see me screw up. At any rate, this is going to actually be a So What Pro tutorial, and it is brought to you today by the Facebook group So Help Me. So What Pro is a design editing program, embroidery design editing software program made by SNS Computing, and they also make So What Pro, So Icons, So Right, So Art, So Clean, and So Cats. So all of these different programs are used in order to assist us embroiderers with being able to embroider without too much issues and custom. We can customize things. So that's what it's brought to you by. And we're doing stacking names. So many have asked for this. So many of you guys. And I understand the frustration because with the Brother SE400 and the PE500, there really isn't very much room for editing. When you really want your name to go a different way, you can put names on just through the machine, but you can't do it up and down. Well, you can, but it involves math. And who wants to do math? Not me. So, hi everybody. I hope you guys are doing grand. So, we're going to get off of this background screen that's kind of funky and we're going to open up So What Pro. So, hope you guys can still see me down here in the corner. I hope so, or in the corner. At any rate, here I am today. We're live. So, we're doing stacking names. I want to let you know that stacking names can be done in just your machine without a software program. The problem with that is, as I mentioned before, you have to use math. I don't know if you've played around much with your machine, and when you go to put a design in your machine, and I am speaking of the SE400 as well as the PE500. This also can be the 770. This can be the Disney machine variations. I mean, all of them are these very small brother home machines. They send you, you get the machine. It doesn't come with software to help you actually edit designs. So you go and you buy designs online. That's an option. Also, in order to put lettering there, they were nice enough to put letters already built in on the machine, and that's pretty cool. That's nice of them. But the restriction with that is it's either small, medium, or large. There's no idea of how big or small those letters are. And you can only go, orientation landscape, just like it is straight and dry on a piece of paper. But what sometimes in our creativity, we want the name to go up and down. Rather, that could be on a binky leash, it could be on a bib, it can be on a towel. It doesn't matter. The thing is, we don't want it to just be straight across. So just as we see here on the screen, you have a stack names. I have it listed here where you can actually see how it's actually going to look. And I'm going to mute my phone because I'm probably going to get a phone call really quickly and make sure that you don't have any of that mess going on in the background while I'm trying to get this going. So at any rate, stacking names. So I'm going to delete this for right now and get you back to the idea of So What Pro. Now, as I mentioned prior to So What Pro, the machine rather, the small brother machines, they don't come with software. And if you take the time to look up embroidery design editing software programs, you have many of them. Brother has one. You have Design It, you have Letter It, you have, my goodness, there's just tons of them. And Brilliance. The thing is, these software programs are easily 300, 400, 900, 1,000, $1,200 for design editing software. And granted, I completely get it. I understand. A lot of these programs come packed full of features. They come with extra lettering, extra designs, possibly. I don't know, because once I saw that high sticker price, knowing that I only paid a couple of hundred, $300 for my embroidery machine, and now I'm having to spend $1,000 just to do on my embroidery machine what I really want, that sucked. It really did. So I took the time to just do some research because I was so frustrated that I really wouldn't be able to get out of my machine what I really wanted because the software program was so expensive. Okay, now let's fast forward. I've done my research and I come across SNS Computing and the program So What Pro. Now, I don't get paid to tell you guys this. I wish I did. I really do, but I don't. So What Pro is a design editing software program powerhouse. Trust me when I tell you, the program is awesome. You can do just about anything you want to do to an embroidery design aside from make one. That's the only thing you really can't do in So What Pro. So I'm telling you this because if you're wanting to get your lettering to go up and down, you really want to get invested in this software program. It's $70, I think. I'm pretty sure it's $70. Matter of fact, let's take a look. Since I have you guys on, we don't want to go to that one. Since I have you guys on live, I'm going to go and we're going to go live right now to snscomputing.com. I go here all the time. Here's the website. You're going to see this beautiful scenery. You're going to come up here to shop. Here are the other programs I told you about, but you want to go to So What Pro. And when you click on So What Pro, let's see how much this program is, right? Look at there, $65. $65. 65, 500, 1,000, 300. $65 is not a lot of money. It really is. I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's way easier to come up with 65 bucks than it is 300. Well, for me anyway. I mean, you may have it like that. I didn't. I wasn't trying to hear it. So $65, and they give you a free 30-day trial. Now, when I first started doing So What Pro, the 30-day trial was for a it was the full version for 30 days, but now they do limit it. I just learned that a couple of months ago. So it is slightly limited. You can only use up to 3 different colors or something to that effect. And there's a couple other limitations. You may have to read into it somewhere on the trial to find out. But for $65, it's well worth what you can do with this program. Now, going into So What Pro, I know you guys probably want to stack a name without using a software program. I'm going to tell you, as soon as I can figure out the math, I'll do a video on how to do a name stack without the program. But for right now, I'm sorry, we're going to have to use the program because I'm not feeling doing all that math in the program, because you really do need to know exactly how, not so much the up and down part, but the distance between your letters based on the size of the letters that are built into the machine. So you see, your limitation is not only do you have to get it in the middle, which is easy. Lining the letters up in the middle is very simple just to do that on the machine. But to get it to line up and down and get the spacing right in between the letters, that's where your math is going to have to come in. You don't have to go through all of that when you use a design editing software program. So that's what we're going to do today, is show you how to do this in So What Pro. So for those who wanted a description on how to do this, on a binky leash, for instance, without a software program, today, I'm sorry, this is the best that I'm going to have to come up with to show you how to do it, you know, the easy way, because I'm all about less stress, right? We don't want stress, so let's go less stress by using the software program. So here we are in Sew What Pro. For instance, I have a binky leash, and when I do my binky leashes are an inch wide. Okay, so when I make a binky leash, as shown in my prior video, the fabric is 4 inches wide by 10 inches tall. So when you fold it in the quarters, it's going to come out to roughly right at an inch wide. Well, that being the case, here's your grid in Sew What Pro. Okay, so down across the bottom, I have it broken down in inches. So this is 1.5, 1.5, and then your 0 axis. Okay, so in order to determine an inch is from here, which is 0.5, and then when we add another 0.5 half inch, it comes to here. So here is your inch space right in this area. Okay, so knowing that you have just a space that's an inch wide, that's your first restriction. Then on your on my actual embroidery machine, I have a limitation of 4 inches, 4x4 hoop. Now I can use this with the repositional hoop. Okay, so if you are interested in doing longer than 4 inches and you've invested in the repositional hoop, you pretty much can watch the repositional hoop video, knowing how to set up a repositional design. Use this same video to show you how to stack your name and use the repositional hoop. Okay, now we're limited again, 1 inch wide, and you're looking at a minimum of 4 inches high. The other thing you want to realize is you're folding the 4x10 fabric. Okay, so in folding it, you want to give yourself some space on the sides of your letters going up and down the binky leash. And the reason being is because not only are you folding it, but you're going to sew the binky leash shut, or at least I sew mine shut. So I need to take into account that there's space on either side of those letters that are going to have to be out of the way of those seams going up and down the side of the binky leash. So your lettering, I'm saying all of this to get to the point of explaining why your lettering is, the size of your lettering is important. Okay, so generally I can use 3/4 inch letters for my binky leashes for shorter names, and for longer names I generally shoot for a 1/2 inch lettering. 1/2 inch lettering can be kind of bulky in your design, but we're going to go with it anyway. So we're going to go for a shorter name. And let's go to, I'm going to say merge. Okay. And when we go into merge, let's go to our lettering folder. And here are my letters right here. And of course, your lettering can be in other places. And these are letters that I've purchased outside of what came on my machine and what may already be in the software program. I purchased my letters elsewhere. And I'll leave a couple of links in the description below. Right now, the only link in the description is for the program, the Sew What Pro program. But I'll eventually go back and add some links for some websites where you can purchase lettering. All right, so I put an exclamation mark beside my smaller letters, and let's see, sorry, my mom is texting me out the blue. Okay, so I put an exclamation mark beside my smaller letters. So we're going to go with something simple, and I'm going to do Barbie satin just because it's right there and I do like those letters. Okay, so we're going to go with Abby. So let's pick this A here. Now, when you first start doing lettering in Sew What Pro, you want to merge and then merge in your first letter. So this is the first letter, and we're going to hit open for opening the first letter. And this is the letter A, and we're going to spell it A-B-B-Y, just for the sake of argument. Okay, so now that I've opened the first letter, now I can actually populate that whole folder where these letters came from on the side by clicking on info icon view, which is right here, the toggle info icon view button. Okay, so that pulled up the same folder. See, look, Barbie satin right here on the side, which shows where that letter A came from. So now I can add the other letters. So let's go with a B, and we'll add another B, and then we'll add the Y. Now, if you don't have right here above all these letters, if you don't have alphabet mode checked, every time you click one of these letters, it will show up right here in the center of your grid. So in order to have them stretch out in alphabet mode, which is how we read, then it has to be a check mark here. So you want to make sure that's checked. It makes life easier. So now what we're going to do is simple. You just take the next letter, you line it up under the A, then the next letter, line it up under that B, and then we're going to take our Y and we're going to line it up under that letter B. And it has the black squares to assist you in making sure that everything is centered based on this grid. So you want to make sure that that black square is centered on the center line. And that's how I make my letters go up and down. It was very simple. The only other thing is you play with it a little bit. Make sure that your spacing in between your letters is what you want. And it may take a little bit of trial and error. And then, you know, I select all my letters and drag it down so that I can make sure it's centered there. And get it all centered in the middle. And pretty much that's it. Then I go into File and I'll save as. And then I go into, let's see, we'll go into my custom folder. We'll go custom. I'm going to put it here in the number 1 folder and I'm going to call it ABY. It's already listed in the format that I need, but if you find you need a different format, just click the drop down box and select the one that you want. But for right now, mine is Brother, and then I'm going to hit save. All right. Another question that I get is, how do you get it from the computer to your machine? Now, I already have my embroidery machine hooked up, and it's hooked up, even though I'm going to plug it right now so that I can show you. It's hooked up by my USB. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and plug this back into my laptop so that you can see what should happen on your computer. It may not, but I'll show you how to find it otherwise. Once I plug it in, which I just did, my laptop is going to want to say, hey, you plugged something in. And it should pop up a box. So far, it hasn't done it. So let me check and see. Yep, there's the box. So it popped up. Here is the drive. Here's the drive that is my embroidery machine on this side. And I already have a design there. But what I'm going to do is go back to my custom folder, which is where I saved. And hopefully you can see this. I don't know if you can, but I'm going back to my custom folder and then going back into folder number 1, which is where I saved ABBY, Abby, which is right here going up and down. And all I'm going to do is click on it, then click and hold it down and drag it down to my F drive, which is my embroidery machine. And when you click here, look, now it's in my machine. So if I go to my machine, it should have that design in there. And that's how I do it. I mean, I apologize for it not being too much more than that. And not more difficult than what it was. Sometimes we want things to be more to it than what it really is. And I'm sorry, it really isn't. But I'm not sorry because I love Sew What Pro. And it's very helpful and it allows me to be super creative and make things the way I want them to be, because you can change designs, you can edit designs, you can delete parts of designs, add in parts of designs, you can take a design, add a name to it, which I have videos on just about all of that. And we'll probably start making more videos on that as well. But for the time being, that's it. That's it. I apologize for not getting a video out to you guys last week. I must say I have been quite busy. I have been extremely busy, which is a good thing. It's a very good thing. But to do all of the work that I've had to do and then get the videos out has proved to be quite the daunting task. And in addition to that, I did record two videos. Two videos I sat here and recorded on my laptop to put out. And then once I recorded everything and went back and looked at my laptop, and my mic was on mute. A whole two daggone videos muted. What was the point? So, needless to say, I wasn't trying to record those again anytime soon as of last week. So I will get those re-recorded here shortly and put them out for you guys to see. So until I'm able to do that, here is the video to answer your question on how I get my designs lined up and down. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I didn't see any questions pop up, which you probably did. I'm sorry if I missed them because I'm going through a different service to record this live on YouTube. So I can't physically see what's going on. And this is my first time doing this. So until I'm able to get the hang of it and see, the questions and learn how to do that, I'll do it the next time. So I appreciate you guys tuning in that did tune in. I won't know until I end this video. But I hope it is helpful. And if so, hit the like button. Please subscribe. I didn't get a video out last week, but I do try to get a video out every week on a Sunday or Monday. So that you guys can learn something new in the field of embroidery, because that's the whole point in the channel here at the Baby's Booty. We want to be helpful when it comes to embroidery and sewing. So I appreciate again you tuning in. I appreciate the subscribers. I love you all. And until next time, happy embroidering.